Good evening. Okay, so let's see. Today is day 5 of my daily updates. I've actually gone 5 consecutive days in a row. This is kind of crazy for me to follow through when I say I'm going to do something. Didn't really do anything related to the business today, and I kind of feel bad about that. But at the same time, I checked off multiple of my honey-do list items between yesterday and today. So at least I have that to fall back on. I also am currently working on a couple of design things that someone has requested of me. One person in particular has, I keep saying, I don't like that. I'm going to try to reduce that. One person has asked me to create multiple mounts for different items that they have, and I'm going to try and make them uniform, but still allow for different sizes, or at the very least, for them to be able to resize them as needed, because they actually have their own 3D printers, so they don't need me to print them, but I will help them in designing them. I'm also going to be working on a couple of ideas for slate coasters that I want to be able to put up as examples on the website. The slate coasters are actually some of the coolest things that I can make, and I do have a couple posted on there already. I really like the way they look, and I feel like if people saw them in general, or at least held them in their hands, they would really, really like them and, maybe want some for themselves, which is kind of difficult to do in this format. But I'm going to be looking at various either farmers markets or local small business events nearby, especially during the summer, and see if there's any where I can set up and put some of my stuff out there, not necessarily to sell on hand, but to show what I can do so that people go to the website and actually request something. So that's the first thing. But I'm going to show you right now it's a print that I found online because I had a specific need, and I've made some adjustments, and I'm probably going to have to make another adjustment only because it's a little on the brittle side, so I might have to change the material that I'm printing it with. However, I decided that I wanted to mount my DSLR camera on top of the monitor that I'm looking at, but I don't have a monitor mount for it. I want it to sit like a webcam would rather than put up another tripod or some kind of standing mount, or even mount it to the wall. I'd like it to sit directly on the monitor so I can reach it from where I'm sitting and make any adjustments that I want to make. Well, one of the problems that I've run into is that the first print, the initial print, it said that it was specifically for the easy unlatch mounts that you can put on the bottom of a camera so you can move it from mount to mount easily. So I printed it out, okay, and it printed out beautifully, actually. It looks amazing, right? But the slide, okay, to move the camera shoe in and out, it's way too big, okay? Just the tolerances were designed for a much larger mount. I don't know, maybe if it was for a full frame camera, or if maybe they had a specific shoe in mind when they designed this. So I went ahead and I did some measuring, and I got the exact height, width, and even the slope tolerance of the shoe that I have attached to the camera, and I printed this up. Okay, now it's a lot smaller. Okay, it's actually at 80% of the original size, and it technically should fit perfectly, but it doesn't. Because when I was doing all my measuring, what I didn't take into account is actually the width, or I shouldn't say the width, but the bulk of the base before the slope takes place. So there's actually a 1.5 millimeter rise. It's not just a straight slope from the bottom of the shoe. So this diagonal cut that allows for the shoe to slide in, it is going straight to the bottom. So there's no room for the shoe to actually slide in. So all I did was I increased the size of the mount now, okay, only by a couple of millimeters, and it definitely worked. Okay, this obviously slid right in. Okay, I even stood it up on my monitor. It looks great, but as soon as I went to adjust it, because it's got these little sliding teeth right here on the sides, this happened. Okay, so now I don't have anything technically to hold it in place. Right now, oddly enough, friction is keeping it in place, but that's not going to last forever. So I think what I'm going to do is I do have a little bit of carbon fiber filament left over from a previous project, a design I did for someone else. I think I have just enough to print another one in exactly this size, but make it out of carbon fiber instead of PLA so that it's not as brittle. And going off what I'm seeing, I may make it just a tiny hair larger, okay? Because it is so tight. Like, I would have to sit here and legitimately, I can slide it out. I did it once already, but it is so tight. So yeah, when I reprint it, I'm just gonna make it a tiny hair larger, and it'll be absolutely perfect. So that's gonna allow for my DSLR camera to be mounted directly on top of the monitor instead of using the webcam. Not that the OBS-Spot is bad. I think the image is pretty good actually, but I really want to record myself using this, okay? And I have the quick release shoe specifically so that the mounts I have around the room, they're going to allow me to record myself painting and also to take the pictures in the little photo area that I set up for anything that I print out. I want to be able to move it back and forth really quickly without any trouble. So I just need that to be a little bit more on the loose side so they'll go in and out more easily. Granted, I could probably use a lubricant, but I really don't want to do that. So that's that. And I'm super excited with the way it came out. I'm glad I did it in PLA a couple of times just to get the sizes right. I may do one more in PLA just to ensure that I have the tolerance right. I may not even print the whole thing. I might just chop off where the shoe slides in just to ensure that I have the right size. I think that's probably the smartest thing I can do is just to reprint that section. And so that's what I'm going to do with that going forward. Also, I haven't had any orders. I've had a lot of people visit the site. I think at last count, something like over 250 people in the last 2 days have visited the website, but no one has purchased anything. So I'm trying to figure out if there's some way, without spending money on, like, you know, Google ads or anything like that, is there a way, something I can do to try and drum up interest? Maybe for someone to make an initial purchase to then receive the product, examine it, and leave a testimonial maybe on the website, some sort of, you know, stars or some sort of rating, okay? So that if people visit the site, they can see, oh, someone has actually purchased something from the website. They did leave feedback, and this is what they said. So what I'm thinking I might do is I might run some kind of a promotion around Father's Day. I'm going to spend the weekend looking for Father's Day related prints. And I will be updating, I'll be doing my daily updates over the weekend as well to let you know what stuff I'm going to be posting. And there's going to be some sort of special promotion for anyone who orders Father's Day products from the website. I'm not sure what it is yet, but stay tuned and you'll know what it is. And just so that you, in case you aren't aware, if this is the first time you're watching one of my videos and you haven't visited my website, it's etchamemory.com, etchamemory.com. etchamemory.com. Okay, that is my website. Right now, I only have a few products on there because I wanted to keep it simple just to see how it would go. I don't think I have enough on there. I haven't gotten any feedback yet from you guys. Please, by all means, if you do visit the website, leave me a comment. Tell me what it is that you think about it. Is it good? Is it bad? Too simple? Not simple enough? Are the items diverse enough? Are they interesting? Is there something you'd like to see that's not there? Are there any, is there a 3D print that you're interested in that you just want to use my printer, the time on my printer to print, not something necessarily that I'm selling you, but you actually just kind of want to rent my printer online? That's something I've been thinking about doing. And if so, let me know. And that I can work out some sort of a rate for that as well. It's just stuff I'm thinking about. And maybe I'm doing too much thinking, not enough acting. That is a possibility. I do a lot of overthinking. So I don't want to fall into the trap of not getting enough done. But I also do need feedback. I need people to tell me what they think when they actually visit the website. So if you could do that, please. If you see this video, go to etchamemory.com, then come back into the chat and leave me a message. Just tell me thumbs up, thumbs down, happy, liked it, disliked it, whatever the case is. You're honestly not going to hurt my feelings. I would just be so excited to get the feedback. Honestly. Okay. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel and you therefore would not be receiving any sort of notifications as to when I post my next update, maybe you want to do that. Just hit the subscribe. It's free. Click on the little bell. Okay, the notification icon that'll basically let you know whenever I post another one of these. You can also join the Discord server because my videos pop up there as well. Right now, the Discord server is mainly made up of people that I play Apex and Counter-Strike with, but it doesn't have to be that way. I do have a couple of maker spaces on there, so if that's something you want to interact with or talk about, I do want to build a community in that angle as well. So, by all means, come by the Discord server, check it out. You could even give me feedback on that too. Although the most important feedback, the most helpful feedback I could get right now would be related to the website, etchamemory.com. So, I hope you do it. I hope you check out the website. I hope I can hear from you. It would be awesome. And I hope you have a great night. I will talk to you tomorrow.